You know, I understand that a lot of people are asking, what does Hillary want? What does she want? Well, I want what I have always fought for in this whole campaign. I want to end the war in Iraq. I want to turn this economy around. I want health care for every American. I want every child to live up to his or her God-given potential. And I want the nearly 18 million Americans who voted for me to be respected, to be heard, and no longer to be invisible. You see, I have an old-fashioned notion, one that's been the basis of my candidacy and my life's work, that public service is about helping people solve their problems and live their own dreams. This nation has given me every opportunity, and that's what I want for every single American. That's why I want universal health care. It is wrong that Americans pay 50% more for health care than the people of any other wealthy nation, with costs doubling this decade and nearly 50 million people without any health insurance at all. It is wrong for parents to have to choose between care for themselves or their children, to be stuck in dead-end jobs just to keep their insurance, or to give up working altogether so their kids will qualify for Medicaid. I've been working on this issue not just for the past 16 months, but for 16 years. And it is a fight. It is a fight I will continue until every single American has health insurance, no exceptions and no excuses. I want an economy that works for all families. That's why I've been fighting to create millions of new jobs in clean energy and rebuilding our infrastructure, jobs to come to all of our states in urban and rural areas, in suburban communities and small towns. And that's why I sounded the alarm on the home mortgage crisis well over a year ago, because these are the issues that will determine whether we will once again grow together as a nation or continue to grow apart. And I want to restore America's leadership in the world. I want us to be led once again by the power of our values, to have a foreign policy that is both strong and smart, to join with our allies and confront our shared challenges, from poverty and genocide to global terrorism and global warming. These are the issues that brought me into this race. They are the lifeblood of my campaign, and they have been and will continue to be the causes of my life. And your spirit, has inspired me every day in this race. While I traveled our country talking about how I wanted to help you, time and again, you reached out to help me, to grab my hand or grip my arm, to look into my eyes and tell me, don't quit, keep fighting, stay in this race for us. Now, there were days when I had the strength the days when I had the strength enough to fight for all of us. And on the days that I didn't, I leaned on you. The soldier on his third tour of duty in Iraq who told his wife, an Iraqi veteran herself, to take his spending money and donate it to our campaign instead. The 11-year-old boy in Kentucky who sold his bike and video games to raise money for our campaign. The woman who came to a rally hours early, waited and waited to give me a rosary. And all those who whispered to me, simply to say, I am praying for you. So many people said this race was over 5 months ago in Iowa, but we had faith in each other. And you brought me back in New Hampshire and on Super Tuesday and in Ohio and in Pennsylvania and Texas and Indiana, West Virginia, Kentucky, Puerto Rico, and South Dakota. Carry your stories and your dreams with me every day for the rest of my life. Now, the question is, where do we go from here? And given how far we've come and where we need to go as a party, it's a question I don't take lightly. This has been a long campaign, and I will be making no decisions tonight. Always been your campaign. So to the 18 million people who voted for me and to our many other supporters out there of all ages, I want to hear from you. I hope you'll go to my website at HillaryClinton.com and share your thoughts with me and help in any way that you can. And in the coming days, I'll be consulting with supporters and party leaders to determine how to move forward with the best interests of our party and our country guiding my way. And I want to conclude tonight by saying thank you. Thank you to the people across America for welcoming me and my family into your homes and your hearts. Thanks to all of you in every corner of this country who cast your votes for our campaign. I am honored and humbled by your support and your trust. Thanks to my staff and volunteers for all those long hours and late nights. And I thank your families and your loved ones as well, because your sacrifice was theirs. And I especially want to thank all of the leadership of my campaign, our chairman, Terry McAuliffe, and everyone who worked so hard. And of course, my family, for their incredible love, support, and work. Bill and Chelsea, Hugh and Maria, Tony and Megan, Zach and Fiona, and my mother, who turns 89 tomorrow. And finally, I want to thank all of the people who had the courage to share your stories with me out on the campaign trail. Tonight, I am thinking of a woman I met just yesterday in Rapid City, South Dakota. We were outside Tally's restaurant. There was a crowd there as I was walking into the restaurant, and she was standing right up against the barrier. She grabbed my hand and she said, "What are you going to do to make sure I have health care?" And as she was talking, she began to cry. She told me she works 3 jobs. She has suffered from seizures since childhood. She hasn't been able to afford insurance ever since she left her parents' home. It is shameful that anyone in this country could tell that story to me. And whatever path I travel next, I promise I will keep faith with her and with everyone I met across this great and good country. You know, tonight we stand just a few miles from the Statue of Liberty and from the site where the Twin Towers fell and where America rose again. Lady Liberty's presence and the tower's absence are a constant reminder that here in America we are resilient, we are courageous, we embrace all of our people, and that when we face our challenges together, there is no barrier we can't overcome, no dream we can't realize, nothing we can't do if we just start acting like Americans again. Thank you all very much. God bless you, and God bless America.